Welcome to the Portal Podcast on In Tune by Britt, your gateway to energy, abundance, and next level freedom. I'm Britt, and here we merge spiritual alignment with practical systems so you can expand your impact, your intuition, and your income. So take a deep breath, tune in, and let's step through the portal together. Welcome back to the Portal Podcast. I am going to pull a quick card for us today and get into this incredible topic of visibility because it is so important right now. Oh, this card wants to come. Here we go. It's so important. Woo! Right now, more than ever before, to be more visible, no matter what you are doing, no matter what job you have, no matter what you believe about visibility. And oftentimes, if you're afraid of it, I'm going to go into why it is exactly the pathway to the breakthrough that you are desiring. Okay, let's see what cards we have. Oh, interesting. Okay, we have, if you're watching me on YouTube, the King Tide. Plenty, prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. I love it. And it's a dude actually, but his hands are out and it's an ocean and it's a tide and there's this huge bubble like up to the divine saying there's prosperity, receiving the fullness of life. Like you are being called to receive the fullness of life right now. And that is so on point with this topic today. So I love that. And then this one is always interesting. And I believe if you're listening to this, this is for you. Let it go. And oftentimes when we think of visibility, we might not tie letting things go to it, but it's often part of the pathway, part of the process to the expansion, the visibility, the allowing yourself to be seen and heard in bigger ways than ever before. So this is Let It Go. I'm going to just hold it here, see if we can get a zoom in. Release the past, forgive, soften, and move forward. That feels so good. And it's just this beautiful goddess girl like dancing into the ocean. This is a water deck, so there's always the water. But it is about releasing the past and forgiving. So if you're in Rise Up, going back to the forgiveness ritual in the subconscious reorientation is always powerful. Going into the 7-day trauma clearing of the fist of anger or doing the fist of anger is always good. But you want to release the past so that you can move forward. And that is a big theme. Of course, the cards are always on point, but it's such a big theme with what we're going into right now with money minting season, with the Aries astrological new year starting, and with just this new season of spring. And Mercury is also going direct. So it's a really exciting, beautiful, beautiful time. But really, if you're listening to this during another time, it's always a good time to become more visible. And it will always be typically a part of the pathway to getting there is to release the old and step into the new. So who's ready? Drop a comment when you're listening to let me know. And I'm just so excited to connect with you more. I'm loving this podcast more and more. I just want to share a win because we're in this together as I bring the podcast back. I'm working with some incredible sponsors. I'm not going to say who, but I signed with a couple new amazing sponsors. And it's just such aligned brands that I know you guys probably already love or will love so much. And it's just this abundance energy that's going to be supporting the podcast more and more. So that's an amazing win that I'm so excited about. And so much is happening with money minting season too. So if you're not in for money minting season, I'll have the link below. We're starting a 40-day prosperity meditation and a visibility challenge. And it is just a no-brainer. Like it would be wild and such a crime not to jump in. The price is so low. It's less than $1 a day. And everything that you get is not meant to overwhelm you. It's really meant to be this beautiful buffet of me sharing, as well as my experts that are contributing, sharing all of these different tools to help you break through any blocks, any areas of like disbelief or any limiting beliefs that you have to really get yourself visible and get yourself out there more. But this is a really important topic in general right now that I was really called to share about, because if you've ever felt yourself just knowing that you're meant to be more visible in whatever way it is, but then also feeling like it's really hard for you to take the actions, or it's hard for you to show up, or it's hard for you to be seen or receive in the ways that you know you are meant to, we're going to break that down and help you have a huge breakthrough, because I am so passionate about helping more women break through these visibility blocks. And I think right now with the files and, people like Deepak Chopra and people in the spiritual community that are coming from darkness, that were false light, like disguising their truth as something else, we are really seeing this turning point, which has been written in the scriptures for forever. Seers and all of these people saw this a mile away years and years and years ago, that in the Aquarian age, nothing was going to be able to be hidden anymore. And so we're on this journey, all of us, of figuring out, okay, how is the best ways for me to be most visible right now in my truth, in my authenticity, in a way that's aligned for me, for my family, for my schedule, for what I'm here to do on this planet. And people that are inauthentic or are, in really dark energy are going to be exposed. And it can be really hard, but a lot of us have known this for a very long time. And it's really something that is just a matter of time. So I know it can be really rattling for the nervous system. It can make us feel like we can't trust anybody, or also even cause this energy within to feel like you can't even trust yourself. But we can break through that, and we can actually use this as a huge opportunity for more light workers to spread their light, to become more visible, to spread good and impact and things that are really changing the world and helping people for good. So if you know that you have something to share that could change people's lives, or you are currently sharing things that are changing tons of people's lives and you want to get it in the hands of more people, then this is going to help you to do that. And I just want to empower you to keep going. And one of my new phrases that I'm saying again and again is, we have to have a daily practice of burning the doubt, because the doubt will come up and it will get loud as you're shifting into new levels of visibility. But it doesn't mean stop. It doesn't mean slow down. It means that you're meant to gain momentum and compounding interest with your energy, so that things can feel easier and flow in bigger and bigger ways and really bring a lot more abundance to you to continue to support your mission and support your energy and support what you're doing. So I'm very excited, even though it can feel really chaotic and the world can just feel like, oh my gosh, everything's falling apart. Even with the card, this let it go energy often does feel like everything's crumbling before new opportunities, new timelines, new possibilities, and also neural pathways in our brain open up to the new, to create a more embodied way about it, a more embodied form where we can just have it be our second nature and just be flowing in this new realm. So I've shared a little bit, but I want to share a little bit more about my story last year in eclipse season. I talked about it a little bit on the podcast, but it was pretty much Valentine's Day. So like in eclipse season, but I'd have to look back on the exact dates. It was, I think, in the middle of the eclipses, like before the second one. Tara and I both got like on the same day that we were meant to go our separate ways and do our own thing. And that, ended up transpiring into me doing what was Elevate the Globe, what is now In Tune by Britt, on my own. So my whole world shifted and it felt like everything was crumbling, and it did feel scary because it felt like I had just started to feel like myself again after, other losses and going through my divorce and just a lot changing in my life. And I was just like, really? Like, we're going to do this again? Like, we're really shifting and changing this much? And oftentimes it can feel like that. It can feel like, can I do this? Am I supposed to do this? Why is this all happening? And it can feel really overwhelming. So, what I really had to do, and something that just helps me time and time again to get through when things feel hard, when challenges come, whether it's on a personal level or on the collective world stage, is to do these two main things. So, if you have fear of being judged, for example, or your nervous system is like, I can't do this, it feels overwhelming. If you feel like you don't feel safe or your nervous system gets really rattled with a current change or a change that you've had in the past that's kind of lingering with some trauma residue, these two main things will really help you to move through it so that you can fully manifest your next identity, your next chapter. So, number one is the energy work, the inner work, and specifically to go deeper with it. So, that's why I'm doing, starting March 20th, a 40-day money minting prosperity challenge. It's one of the most powerful prosperity meditations that I've ever done. So I talked in the money minting masterclass about this, but it is this energy of depth and rewiring your mind. It creates new patterns neurologically, biologically, cellularly when we are doing the energy work for 40 days. It literally shifts a new pattern. You've probably heard this a lot, like 21 days to create a new habit or 40 days to create a habit. It is this repetition, this consistency. And then we have these added layers with the Kundalini work, with working with the frequencies, with our chakras, with our cells, with our brain, with, these other components, this technology, this sacred ancient technology to support us in these shifts and to support the energy to move. So that we can move energy that was connected to the past or connected to old parts of ourself, old identities, old traumas that are kind of stuck and having trouble processing personal or collective challenges. And we can use these tools to help us and support us. Okay. So that's number one. Like, I highly recommend starting a 40-day practice. And in the yogic scriptures, it says that on the spring equinox, it's like the most powerful day of the year and the most powerful portal of doing a 40-day meditation to go on a whole new course for the whole rest of the year with the planting of the seeds and just this new fresh energy and this new cycle. So we really want to work with the energy. It's why there's so much that astrology can do for people. It's why so many people use astrology and don't talk about it, but we can really use it to help us. And it's one of those things that sounds woo woo, but that really works. And once you do it, and once you pair it with the meditations and having an experience of yourself through the Kundalini energy work, and even just 10 minutes a day, like, it doesn't have to be long. It's just the practice, the pattern. And if you skip a day, who cares? You just start over, right? And that is part of helping yourself also to get into a new rhythm and to get back up when you fall again quickly. So there's all of these reasons why it gets incredible, massive results, incredible benefits. And once you see it, once you experience, then you know the power of it. And I couldn't imagine not doing a 40-day practice starting on the equinox ever again, right? So that's what I want to help us to do and why we're doing it together. So I would love for you to join us in the money minting season. It's such a low price. It's a no-brainer. There's like over $2,000 worth of tools and all of the offers and sources and courses and so much that you'll be getting here. So a big part of this with the energy work is shifting your brain so that it's no longer thinking of visibility as a huge risk. So it's not going into this primal energy of literally feeling like you're going to get attacked by a lion if you allow yourself to be seen. So we have to go in and rewire, okay, so that we're not running on these old programs. And then second is actually taking an action, a physical human action that creates structure and consistency and is really working with the more divine masculine energy to bring your creativity to light, to take action and give the universe something to work with to really bring your manifestations forth. So that's why we're also doing a visibility challenge. And I highly recommend showing up more visibly. Doesn't matter what your profession is. It doesn't matter what you're doing. I believe that visibility is the new currency. It is one of the most valuable currencies of our time. And if you don't already have a personal brand, or you're not creating one, or you're not yet aware of why it's so important to you, this is a game changer. And the world is changing so much right now when it comes to technology. And if there's one recommendation that I could give you, it is to create a personal brand. Okay. We are just, everything is changing faster than ever. Technologically, we've changed so much over the past 10 years, 20 years, and you can see that the changes in technology are the changes that shift the world the greatest and in the greatest capacity. You look at the change of, bringing the phone, bringing the internet online, like it changes the way that we operate. It changes the way that we work. It changes the way that we communicate, and it's continuing to change. My view is that if we're afraid of it and we see it in lack energy or fear energy, or we resist it, then we're just going to be creating more resistance, and that's going to keep persisting in our lives. To me, I think we need to embrace the technology. And I think when we embrace the technology with light, with, our gifts, with our creativity, with our frequency, with our unique imprint and gifts and mission and what we can offer the world, I think we can really use it for good and really use it to also help us to help more and more people to change our own lives. And I really want more and more light workers to do this. And I think with AI and just all of the changes in AI, even in the past, few weeks and month, we see it with Claude coming online. I'm really playing with Claude a lot to just save me a lot of time, to streamline my back end processes, to give me more time as a mom and a business owner and as somebody that's really wanting to experience the world and live my life and have a lot of fun. So if you're interested in me sharing more about that, let me know as well. But I think the more that we can embrace technology and use it to have more visibility versus hiding, the more that we're going to be able to get our work out into the world, align with this new astrological new year energy and all the opportunities that are present with it, and really flow with the changes versus resist it. Okay. So, throughout time, and if you go into any spiritual text in one way or another, it really talks about like, flow with the times. Like you want to stay with the times and you don't want to get caught in the past, right? And that's how we can continue to evolve and move forward. Okay. So we want to really change with the times. We want to continue to keep up and show up. And we also want to vibrate with the cosmos. So when we vibrate the cosmos, one of the sutras of the Aquarian age is vibrate with the cosmos, and the cosmos shall clear your path. So we use the technology, we use this cosmic energy with all of these shifts and changes in this beautiful new chapter that's here and available for us. And we freaking go. We use it for good. We use it for our mission. So I don't care whether you're a doctor, a lawyer, whether you do hair, whether you teach yoga, you're a therapist, you do hypnosis, NLP. I have tons of clients that are so deeply connected in the healing arts, sound healers, meditation teachers, whatever it is. I believe that we can all become more visible online. Use social media, use AI for good in a way that's authentic, that's with integrity, that's ethical, and in a way that feels good for us and just enhances and allows ourselves to be seen and heard in bigger and bigger ways, okay? Because we have a mission, we have a purpose, and we have a responsibility to get this work out into the world and to share our light and our frequency and our gifts to help more and more people and to make our lives more and more magic and filled with more and more miracles every damn day. Can I get an amen? Is that too much? And if you've ever been told you're too much, like me, those are not your people. So we're aligning with the right people, with the right messages. I'm going to teach you how to do it. I'm going to give you my prompts, give you my day to day to help you stay accountable, stay aligned, stay in the flow, not give up. Make any comebacks that you need to if you fall back. Get back up again and really get in your divine flow of visibility and with your energy field to continue to rewire and set yourself up for success. So that's why I really got a download, and it's a little crazy to be, sharing this in the Mercury retrograde, but I got a download about this last November because I could really feel the energy building of the spring equinox, and especially this year with just everything that's happening in our world, how it's also going to be different and even more powerful than ever before to work with this energy. So if this resonates, Money Minting Container is for you. There's 3 ways to get in. You can sign up and come into the portal and get everything for either $33 if you're in the pre-sale window or only $44, which is still a no-brainer, and come in and get everything and use everything and do the meditations. We're also doing a Jupiter prosperity meditation live every Thursday, which one of my clients, Julie, said makes the whole thing worth it in itself and worth like 10 times more than that. And there's so much else. So I'll leave the link below and get in. You can get in that way. Number 2 is you can come in as an ambassador. So after you sign up, it will come to a screen where you can then get your own unique link and you can share it. If you share it like 5 or 6 times, you made back because I'm giving commission for it. You'll make back what you paid and then more and more and more. You don't have to have a large audience. You don't have to have an audience at all to do this, to share this. And number 3 is as an ambassador and as somebody that's coming in, there's going to be points that you can play with. So we're gamifying it. We're making it fun to help keep you accountable and motivated, where you can get a bunch of prizes. And I'm going to be giving away tons of stuff. It's going to be so, so fun. So if you're in this community, I just want you there. Like, you have to be there. How could you not be there? So come in whatever of those 3 ways feels good for you. And I'm so excited for this container, for this energy to build and grow, and for all of our manifestations and big dreams to come to life, and for us all to be more visible. And I'm sending you so much love. Thank you for listening. Thank you for being here. And I hope this activated more visibility. And if anything, just that little voice inside of you that's saying, hey, you're being meant to show up more. You're being called to show up more, to really listen to that call and just take the first baby micro action step to move things in that direction. Lots of love, Satnam, and I'll see you soon on the next episode. Thank you again. Bye-bye. Thank you for stepping through the portal with me today. If you loved this episode, I would so appreciate you leaving a review and email it to podcast@intunebybritt.com to grab my free spiritual CEO guide, ChatGPT prompts for content and daily schedules and checklists, and my morning ritual checklist to help you to stay aligned and in flow. Come back for the next episode and let's keep rising, expanding, and flowing together through the portal. Satnam, lots of love.